Oh, fucking hell. Why am I doing this? I'm getting diabetes. Welcome to Cider Insider. I'm so sorry. Welcome along. Now today on the show, we're going to be reviewing some fruit ciders. If any of you out there have been to a British supermarket, you will know these brands. These are the big fruit ciders that you can get that more resemble alcopops than real ciders. But we've got one of each and we're going to try them out, see if any of them are even worth entertaining if you want a nice fruity drink. You remember on this mini-series we had Kopparberg's fruit lager, which went down really well. It fails to justify its existence. So I haven't got high hopes for these, but who cares? It's all in the name of science. Let's try these out. Oh God. We're starting with perhaps the biggest name of them all, the one that's definitely been there for the longest. It's Copperberg. So Swedish-based brewery Kopparberg, based in Bergslagen, have been going since 1882, and they were introduced in the UK in 2003 in places like Wetherspoons and even IKEA. This is their 4% elderflower and lime cider. So let's get this one in the glass and just... The majority of these are around 4%. Many cider boffins regard them more as alcopops. And I'll explain why a little bit later. Crispy clearness on there. Wow, nice bit of carbonation, no head sticking around. Oh, massive elderflower. I do love the flavour of elderflower. I love elderflower cordial. I'm that sort of person. Oh, but it's making... Oh, that is... Okay, that is too carbonated and too sweet to even resemble anything in your mouth. It's just a kind of fizzy sugar explosion. It's like eating a sour sweet, but it... And then... Oh God, it's making me go... I mean, it's just not really a pleasant sensation. It's so sweet. It's this bit of your mouth is just going nuts. I wish they'd toned down the carbonation on it. Because I mean, the flavours, if you don't think of it as a cider, the flavour's quite nice. Elderflower and lime, lovely combination. Floral, a little bit of citrus, chock full with that. That's just full of unnecessary. Ugh. Okay, next up, probably the other name in Swedish ciders is Rekorderlig. Not Rekorderling, okay? Just, there's no N in it. Anywhere. Interestingly on this one, the brewery isn't Rekorderlig, it's Abro Bryggeri is the Swedish brewery behind this. They produce a range of different beers, loads of different styles, Mätzens, Dortmunders, Pilsners, IPAs, British Pale Ales, loads of them, and some of them have actually quite decent reviews, but this is their cider wing. It's owned by Mouts and Cores, that's exciting. Perfect serve with wedge of lime. Perfect serve with a wedge of lime. What? So yeah, this is their premium apple and guava cider. So I think this is the only one we're doing today which is actually an apple flavour. So, or maybe there's some apple in it. Apple cider blended with guava, made from pure Swedish spring water. 4% again. This one's a limited edition, so better drink it quick. What the pink? Why are you pink? Why are you pink? Whoa, okay. So, pink. Yeah, I don't know what that smells like. It smells like perfume. Oh my God, it's a sweet shop mushrooms, strawberry laces. That's just so overly sweet. Let's try this one out. That doesn't even resemble anything that I've ever had in my mouth. Much less carbonation than the Copperberg. You can actually taste something in this one. It's not just blowing up your taste buds. But what you can taste is so obscene. It doesn't taste like apple. It doesn't taste like anything apple I've ever had, except for maybe an apple sours. I'm that kind of guy. I don't know where they get the combinations for these things from. Elderflower and lime makes a little bit of sense, but apple and guava, what the rationale behind the flavour combinations on these ciders are. This is too sweet to even enjoy. It's drying out my mouth, it's so sweet. And I don't even know what that flavour's meant to be, but it's definitely not an apple cider, and it's definitely probably not guava. What the fuck? Good job I've got this Donhead craft cider, sent to us by craftynectar.com, to kind of make everything well again in the world. Love it. Anyway, onward. Okay, next up, about as far away from Sweden as you get, it's another massively popular cider. It's the Old Moot cider from Nelson in New Zealand. Oh, fuck. Okay, so Old Moot, as it's definitely pronounced because it's meant to rhyme with fruit, started up in 1947 when Wanda Tate went on a cycling trip to the UK and discovered a local scrumpy. She loved it, she went home to New Zealand and went in her shed and made some cider. Awesome story, brah. Justin and Scotty took over Old Moot in 2008 along with Heineken and basically kind of shat all over Wanda's dreams. They've supposedly been using island fruits to develop a range of nice sweet fruit ciders. This is the passion fruit and apple. You old romantic. Passion fruit and apple. Intrigued to say the least. Really nice clear cider. Very off-green. Big carbonation as well. Head is going nuts on there. Oh, big yogurt. Yeah, peach yogurt. Okay, so the carbonation's the least of the three so far. And to be fair, the sweetness is probably the least of the three as well. It's not ruining my mouth from the inside. It's still incredibly sweet and sugary. But passion fruit is a lovely flavour, and you have got that yogurty chalkiness to it too. Talking through it, there's a little bit of dryness and bitterness. Bad as that is, as absolutely crap as that is, it's the best one we've had so far. Oh, I just wish they'd toned down the sweetness on some of these. I imagine if they, instead of adding buckets loads of sugar and just sold it, it would have a bit of dryness, a bit of bitterness, and you'd probably be able to drink a few of these because they are lovely flavours, as artificial as they are. Yeah, but that's crap. It's absolute shit. So we've done probably the three big names, and you're probably wondering, hey, what about Bulmers and Magners and Strongbow and the other big supermarket names? But I wanted to concentrate on this kind of alcopoppy range of fruity ciders. So, you know, I could have picked up a Stella Cider, which I actually quite like, and, you know, Magners and stuff, but maybe that's for another episode. Next up, oh, goodness me. Those of you who follow me on Facebook /PintSizeThinking or on my Instagram PintSizePics would have seen me post a picture of this a while ago. What are you? This is Smirnoff cider with raspberry and pomegranate. Okay, now get this. Cider with Smirnoff vodka, raspberry and pomegranate fruit flavours. 4%. There's a surprise. Okay, so this is it's officially a brewed mixed drink, whatever the fuck that is. Raspberry pomegranate cider with Smirnoff vodka, lightly carbonated, crisp flavour. Also available in passion fruit and lime. So Smirnoff, obviously the best selling vodka in the world, the most famous vodka in the world. Started out by Mr. Smirnoff in Moscow in the 1800s, I believe. They've now branched off into cider, which is really great. I love, on a side note, I love these little bottles, little dimpers, little potions or medicine. That's good. Oh, fucking hell, that smells. They supposedly made the bottles clear so that you can really see the real colour of the artificial fruit flavours that they've used, so that's nice of them. Mega carbonation on there, no head at all. Looks like Ribena. Let's give it a smell. Oh, that's raspberry. Can't smell the pomegranate. These fruit pairings just don't make sense. I don't understand who's thought these up. Like chicken and Maltesers. Oh, that's dire. That is so sweet. It's just raspberry. It's like raspberry, raw raspberry cordial just on its own. Oh god, it's like a tank drove into a raspberry and shat on its face. It's like a frube that's gone off and someone's tried to turn into cheese with caramel on it. No. Cider is you pick a fruit, you crush the juice out, yeast ferments the natural sugars that's in that juice into alcohol and gas. The sugars that occur naturally in an apple are enough to make something around 4%. And so the sugars that they add into these drinks, it's just obscene. I think I read that the Copperberg has roughly the same amount of sugar as a bottle of Coke. All of those ciders I had today were shit and bad and sweet and fizzy and just artificial, and they're all really gross. I think maybe the grossest one of all is right behind me. This is Kopparberg Light with raspberry, 4%, apple cider with a taste of raspberry with sugars and sweeteners with aspartame. So that's good. So it's got the same sweeteners as kind of Diet Coke. So this is basically a Diet Coke cider. Oh, sweet! Only 85 calories a can. Let's see what it's like. This is Kopparberg Light with raspberry. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Cider Insider. I hope you enjoyed this review of some ciders. If you like those, great. Everyone should drink what they like. Everyone should drink what they like the flavour of. But it's just a shame that the ciders that I love, these little ones here, like the Don Head, provided to us by CraftyNectar.com, and everything that Crafty Nectar do, haven't really been put in the spotlight like they deserve. Remember to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching.